Raw, SmackDown.
Oh, Raw had that fatal four-way that was pretty badass with the
Yeah, that was
Miz,
a good one.
Reed, Ivar, and Ricochet. That was pretty gnarly.
So you put Raw above SmackDown both?
Oh, the Creed brothers and DIY. Fuck, dude.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, dude,
that
that was
was
an
a
amazing match.
And then the week prior, the Creed brothers and Alpha Academy. That fucking match tore it down, dude.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's
they're
my-
consistently having good matches on Raw. Yeah, I'll put Raw before SmackDown.
Go ahead. Sorry.
But I got to say that the Dragon Lee Cedric Alexander match, that one was fire.
Oh, without a doubt.
That was one of my favorite matches. The other one's Rollins Zayn. The Tozawa versus Noam Dar for the Heritage Cup on Tuesday night. Like, Kai, you want to talk? There have been some low-key bangers. And you know me, I'm a completely old-school, traditional, like, show-me-good mat work, traditional pro wrestling. And that's what Tuesday's been doing recently, dude. Just low-key banger after banger when it comes to those matches. So I'm not upset about it. And it surprises me.
Yeah, the way I've been hearing like people talk about NXT is almost like in a way that it's like they're getting back the fan base that they had prior. You know what I mean? They're getting back all the fan base that like loved the internet darlings and stuff like that. That's almost like how it's been explained to me. I've just run out of hours in the week to watch wrestling, and NXT unfortunately just fell off for me.
Fanatic Gamer, this is a shameless plug to go check out the Rivet City Radio YouTube. I have an interview that I did with the monster Steve Mack. Steve and I sit down and we talk a lot about that New Jersey, Philadelphia indie scene with Low-Key and Homicide and Mafia and those guys starting Ring of Honor. Definitely worth a listen to go back and hear that interview if you're into that style of stuff. Off the top, continuing to drop bangers. Creeds versus Garza and Carrillo. Dragunov versus Hayes. Do we get a tinfoil moment, Al?
Yes.
Yes. Kyle lulled, but he didn't actually lull because he's on screen, so we know he lied to us.
Shut up, man. Fucking asshole.
AJ brought this up. AJ brought this up way back in the comments. I'll go ahead and talk about it. House of Wrestling claims that high-level CW executives approached Tony Khan at the LA Forum in June 2022 about bringing Ring of Honor content to the network. It didn't go anywhere because Khan refuses to seriously entertain new deals for Ring of Honor until AEW TV rights are in play, which will be in 2024. So how stupid is Tony Khan right now?
Wait,
Well, the man's he's already got a full plate. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. I hope I'm not just trying to run to his defense. But I mean, it's like if you asked me, hey man, do you want to put this product on TV? We want to put it on TV, but I'm realizing like, dude, I've been like half-assing it and not even really paying attention to that shit for the last year straight. I'm probably going to be hesitant to just put that out to like everybody, but I could be wrong. I mean, but I don't know. Like Ring of Honor ain't even really a show, is it? Is it right now? Like
It is.
it's just like it's but I mean it's really all they did was it's just the new AEW Dark. They just wanted to put it behind a paywall. They took Dark and Elevation off of YouTube and created a paywall and just started calling it fucking Ring of Honor. You know, like that's pretty much it.
But if he would have done it correctly, here's how he could have done it on the CW.
There you go.
Put it in Orlando, station where TNA used to be. They've ran out of there before. They get a sellout crowd every time they run there. Okay, you could pack that place. You send Christopher Daniels, you send Daniel Bryan or Bryan Danielson over to Ring of Honor. You say, here's the keys to this castle. Make it something. And within 3 years, it outdraws AEW any day of the week. Two of the best creative minds, and you can put the people you're not using over there. Like, I don't know his name. Jerry Lynn. He's not really doing nothing in AEW right now. Let him produce some matches in Ring of Honor. You got all this talent in the history of Ring of Honor behind you. If he would have took that TV deal, he could have turned the company around.
You
It might have been a
know,
profitable company at that time.
you know who should help book Ring of Honor?
Me,
Dustin Rhodes.
right there.
Great wrestling mind. Great wrestling mind. And you want to have that old school feel of making Ring of Honor that studio show like they like to try to do. Like Dustin Rhodes would be the perfect mind behind it to do it.
Yeah.
Universal was also an option. They were actually doing Universal, but they couldn't find a constant TV schedule there. Says Dirt Sheet Dan Bakley. Thank you, Dan. As always, we miss you. We love you. We hate that your schedule's fucked you up and you can't come around as much anymore.
Miss Sudan. Another Fightful report says the Kenny Omega, Chris Jericho, Ibushi, and Paul Wright, which is weird, match versus the Callis family on the 15th will have a significant sponsorship involvement from Sega.
Sega.
Mm-hmm.
Sega.
They're still around.
Apparently.
Dude, they're releasing a new Sonic game. Have you don't remember
Yeah.
us watching that trailer on Nerdy News?
Oh
at
shit,
420
that's
on
right.
Tuesday?
That is Sega.
Yeah, Sega just makes software. You know what I mean? They
Yeah.
got out of the console game, but they still make, like a bunch of video games and arcade games and stuff like that.
Hey Tommy, what are you drinking? My man. Jericho wrestled Takeshita and DDT Pro today in Japan. Yeah, he tapped him out with the walls of Jericho.
No shit, are you serious?
Yeah.
Jericho just keeps fucking quietly killing it, man. I don't know how he does it. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea nowadays, but god damn it if I don't respect that man.
He's, in my opinion, he's the greatest IC champion of all time, followed closely behind The Miz, who is your
The Miz.
favorite, Kai.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, don't you forget it. Yeah, the Miz.
Come on,
They
man.
finally acknowledged that shit on Raw too, all right? I'm waiting for them to start talking about how he's only like 20 days away from like the most combined fucking days with that belt too. God damn it,
So,
I can dream.
Fanatic Gamer brings up a question. CM Punk, what happened to him? Do you guys want to touch on CM Phil at all? Al, do you have anything on the list for CM Phil?
No, I purposely don't have anything on the list for CM Phil because I'm tired of all the news being about CM Phil. He's not coming back. He's a toxic fuck. No one is going to take on the liability of having CM Punk on the roster. The companies that will take him, he's not going to go to because they're not going to be able to pay him what he thinks that he should be paid. He's done.
Dude, he is going to fucking WWE.
Not
They are going to take him back and they're going to put him on a fucking leash is what they're going to do. And then they'll have a clause where they can fucking fire him, but yeah, he's going back to WWE.
Well,
I was going to ask if you were under the impression, Kai Tai, if you thought he was going to go back to Connecticut.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there's just so much money on the table. Everything, if there was one thing that Vince handed down to the people that trained under him is if it makes money, it makes sense. You know what I mean? And people will famously put their feuds, their issues aside to make some money. And they saw it. That AEW, they saw it that Phil was a needle mover. Even all these years later in AEW, they'll package something for that guy in WWE. I guarantee it. And yeah, not everybody will feel great about it, but that dude's coming back.
Tommy, Jack, y'all got anything to say about CM Phil? He somehow weaseled his way into botch spots again on another week.
To be honest with you, there's a lot of rumors about CM Punk, but I personally could care less if he came back or not.
Well said.
no one wants him.
I think you and Kai should make a bet.
All right, I'm down.
Y'all think about it, and we'll post it on social media. Y'all think about the bet. Like, over or under a certain amount of days before he shows up in WWE. Y'all find out the terms. Y'all figure it out. Let's put a bet on. A gentleman's bet between a lady and a gentleman.
Right, so I will give it till WrestleMania. He has until WrestleMania to
Raw
show
after
up.
Mania,
Fine.
because that's the last feasible day for
Fine.
big debuts until like SummerSlam or something. So
Fine. So Raw after Mania, he has to show up.
Okay.
If he doesn't show up,
You gotta get her a Jimmy Uso for her collection.
yeah, I need a J.
Oh,
You need a J.
I need a J. No,
Have-
I'm not going
have-
to do that because they're like $50 fucking on Amazon. Then you have to send me lunch one day,
Send you lunch?
send me like a DoorDash gift card or whatever. And if he shows up, I'll send you a DoorDash gift card. It's like $10.
So, fuck, where are you buying lunch for $10?
Yeah,
I wanna
for
go.
real, man. Fucking hell, man. I went to
$20. Okay,
$20.
a lunch up to $20 delivered to your work for you. If CM Phil shows up at WrestleMania, Raw after Mania, between now and then, lunch is on the line for either one of you. Deal?
Okay. Yeah. Well, hold on. Extra stipulation. Here's the extra stipulation. It has to be crunchy tacos, right? And the winner eats those crunchy tacos live on air on the other person's show.
Deal.
Deal, yeah.
I'll be on botch spots pulling my best Phil, just eating tacos with my mouth open.
What's up, Tommy?
look, I don't want to be part of this deal, but can I also get some crunchy tacos?
Can I
Yeah,
also? Even Nicole's like, damn, now I want tacos.
love
We're
tacos.
making gringo tacos as soon as we get off air. Not even gonna lie to you. That's what's up. That's what's up.
Wasn't the rumor for this
What's
whole CM Punk thing supposedly he's supposed to come back at Survivor Series in Chicago?
Yes.
Well, I think a lot of people work themselves up because of it's Chicago. It's, there's no confirmed no compete clause, and yeah, I think honestly your safest bet would be Royal Rumble. I feel like if he was going to, that's of all places, that's where I would feel safest. But dude, it wouldn't fucking shock me
Bo,
if he
if
walked out.
CM Punk shows up at Royal Rumble, I'm going to kiss you square on the mouth.
This is gonna get
Where
exciting.
the fuck did I get dropped into this?
Jesus
No,
Christ!
because you do the same shit to me.
We're
So,
about to
no.
do the
Bill's
same
turn.
thing, Dad Hat. Like flour tortillas, ground beef, cheese, and sour cream, bro, with a little bit of hot sauce. Hell yeah, I'm about to smash some fucking gringo tacos. WWE to spicy chip. If WWE shows up if CM Punk shows up in WWE before the Raw after Mania, I will do the one chip challenge the following week on Botch Spots and Chair Shots.
Okay, I'll up the ante. Why not? I'll do it too. I'll do it too if he doesn't show up. I'll do the one chip.
Al
cannot
can't do it. She has an
participate.
allergy to capsaicin, so you'll just have to. But
We all have an allergy to capsaicin. That's why it's hot.
No,
That's why it's hot.
no.
So somebody clip that for me. Scowls, Nicole, Dad Hat, anybody who knows how to work Twitch, clip
'cause
that. If
I will
CM
forget this
Punk-
come tomorrow.
If CM Punk shows up on or before the Raw after Mania, then I have to eat a one chip challenge on Smacked Raw. If he doesn't, then Kyle has to come back to Botch Bots and Cheer Shots the following week and eat a one chip challenge on here. So
And while the winner just eats delicious tacos.
yeah.
The loser eats the one chip, the winner eats tacos.
Also,
Bingo.
somebody clip that part where if CM Punk shows up the Rumble, Will's gonna kiss Jacksonville in the mouth.
That is, listen, I didn't hear any consent. We need some consent first.
There's no consent. It's like the Infinity Gauntlet. Like once our beards touch, it just.
What's up? What's up, Jess? Everybody throw some scissors up for Jess.
What's
Everybody
up,
throw some
Justin?
Scissors up for Jess. Scissorus, Jess. Scissorus.
What the fuck you guys do? Jesus.
Nicole said he absolutely consent.
No, he absolutely. Give it to Nicole to give it away for me.
Uh-huh. Do
Okay.
it. Do
I'm
it.
going to read a couple of headlines that are all on NXT moving to the CW, and then we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Sweet.
So, this one's from PW Insider. They say the deal was
Gracias, Scouts.
worth an area of 35 to 37 million a year. Current plans are for NXT to remain on Tuesdays from the Performance Center, but insiders heard WWE is willing to discuss moving nights if the CW needs it to. WWE could take NXT on the road when it makes financial since to do so, but a source told the site we aren't there yet. I'm gonna need you to stop playing that in my ear. Sorry, I can't read it.
I forgot you could hear that. I'm so sorry.
He's like playing something on his computer.
Will's like secretly watching porn like while fucking Allison's reading.
More specifically, it's believed that the CW will help to attract a younger and more influential audience compared to Dynamite's audience on an aging cable channel. The internal optimism about NXT outperforming Dynamite, this is if it moves to Wednesday, is also driven by signs the AEW product is cold, which includes dwindling ticket sales to their live events. They also say WWE sees this as a major opportunity to expose younger talent to fresh eyes. And there is hope to make the NXT brand into something that can stand on its own next to Raw and SmackDown.
Okay, before you take off, I don't want Jax to say anything, okay? Our newest follower on Twitch, the Fanatic Gamer 5978, says, if CM Punk doesn't return, Jax and I have to shave our beards. Al, how do you feel about me and Jax shaving our beards?
Absolutely not.
The boss has spoken. Sorry, bud. We can't put that up there.
Well, that's the one thing I will go ahead and say that I will never wage my beard.
I will never allow Will to wager his beard.
The last time I shaved my beard, I looked like I belonged on a registry, so I ain't doing that shit again.
Last time I shaved my beard, I had a mustache.
You know
I
what?
looked like Tommy.
Fuck you all.
Nicole says she loves the beard.
Yeah,
I appreciate that, Nicole. I can't wait to see you next month.
I think she's talking about Jax's beard, but
do you have anything about Jade? Fanatic wants to know, why isn't Jade wrestling in WWE?
it's her saving.
Build up.
Yeah, they want us to forget about her for a little bit.
Because there's no need for her to wrestle yet. Scals also says that. I like Jade, and I think they're doing a good job of building it. When she does get in the ring and put her hands on somebody, it's going to mean something, and I think that's what's important.
I say, and this is with absolutely zero thought put into it. You debut her at the Royal Rumble and have her set the record for the most eliminations on her debut. Just start tossing bitches.
She might be the fourth member for Team Charlotte Bianca also.
True.
For Survivor Series. But let's talk about NXT.
Oh, yeah, NXT on CW.
So, when they announced that NXT was moving to CW, the best cameo ever.
Hey, Bubba.
He's so cute.
Sorry, that was nothing.
No, it's fine. He's the cutest. We love his little cameos. So when they announced this, I said, "Oh, so they're actually going to put it, on the channel that the teenagers watch." Because if anybody knows anything about the CW, most of their shows are geared towards the, the lower end of the key demo, as you would, that 16 to 25 ish range. I mean, I do watch a show or two on there, but not as much anymore. So, I mean, I think it could definitely be a good place for them to go. They're going there, but I think it'll definitely help as far as like tapping into that key demo. And they really need to up their game on the marketing. I've been saying that for a long time. I feel like if they would just market NXT better, then it would get more views on it.
Isn't the CW just like my like vision of CW? Isn't it like a bunch of like C-rated like DC properties, like
It's
shows
Oh,
like
whatever.
It's a bunch of like DC shows, but it is a network that brought you One Tree Hill and Dawson's Creek, and like it's more like teen angst dramas, as you were. Because even the DC stuff is like geared towards teenagers, and it's them as teenagers.
I didn't mean anything bad. I heard that people liked like the Flash and all of that, but that's all I think of is like Smallville, Flash, and like Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Whenever I think of CW.
Jess hits it on the head. Free TV, new eyes. It's all a big money situation. That's pretty much it. Putting it on free TV, meaning everybody who has a television
Mhm.
gets the CW. Period.
Really wasn't now I'm probably wrong on this one. Did UPN become CW?
Yes.
Yeah.
You're
Yes.
correct.
Okay, all right, cool. So, I mean, then that's kind of like a unofficial home for WWE, anyways, because that's where SmackDown was.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And shout out to the Chicagoans because we got lots of friends up there in Chicago. Like UPN, CW, all of that is like Chicago based originally too.
I got you. Yeah.
It was WB before CW, but before it was a WB, it was UPN.
Yeah. It was WPIX, UPN, WB, then CW, just throwing up the deuces for the Chicago shout out.
So I just hope that they do right by NXT. I know Scouts is going to hate me for saying this, but keep the NXT titles on the NXT talent. You know, feature if you want to bring eyes to NXT, like marketing, you should feature NXT talent on the bigger show. So it's like, oh look at these great, awesome wrestlers. I want to see them every week. I'll go watch their show.
Scouts timed you out, Alice. You got anything to say before I put you in the backstage?
You're not going to put me in the backstage. This is my show.
I will sacrifice the timeout.
You can't. You can't volunteer as tribute here. This isn't the
I
fucking
volunteer
Hunger
tribute.
Listen, I'm just saying, I'm right. You know I'm right, Scouts, and I love you.
Games. He has 70 more ready to go for you.
I love you, Scouts, but you know I'm right.
Scouts going to time you out for the last 30 minutes of the show. What's next?
I hate to say it, but I kind of liked the idea of the NXT women's title serving as WWE's like women's mid-card belt. I'm not going to lie.
They should just make a women's mid-card belt.
Right, and call it the NXT Women's Championship because that was like, I'm sorry, I was like, that's pretty cool. All right, look at this, like a bunch of women chasing Becky Lynch for this belt that they obviously could not get if it was like the Raw or SmackDown Women's title. So
Bingo. She's
Yeah, I
only
thought
allowed
that-
to talk about the Ryback tinfoil moment. That's it.
yeah,
Coming out of Crown Jewel, Booker T overall had positive things to say about LA Knight on his Hall of Fame podcast. But Booker also put rumors about LA Knight having issues backstage back into circulation when he mentioned he's heard guys say, LA Knight, he's got a bad attitude. I don't know about this guy. He's got a bad attitude. I mean, I can see LA Knight being kind of like that guy that has a bad attitude.
why?
It's just the perception he gives off.
I think that's
A
just his
character? That's a character that's on screen.
I don't know. Something about his face. Seems like
Oh, fuck. We judging each other on our faces now?
Yeah, I totally judge people on their faces.
Yeah, some people. I have to agree with Allison on this one. Some people just have a punchable face.
Some people
Yeah.
do have a punchable face.
Not gonna lie, LA Knight has a fucking punchable face.
Grayson
I
Waller,
don't
punchable
disagree.
face.
Hold on. I don't disagree. He has a punchable face, but I've been an Eli Drake fan since his debut, I think, at NWA 72. Like, it's been a minute. Like, I've liked Eli Drake from. I don't think if he's got a bad attitude, it's okay. He's earned the right to have a little bit of a bad attitude. He's paid his dues. He's been around for a long time. It's okay if he's a little fucking grizzled veteran. Like, that's fine.
To what Justice just said, Booker T is also the person that had issues with people not shaking hands. That I would have issue with that too. Like, that's a respect thing, especially in wrestling. Like, you shake everybody's hand when you go into a locker room. With all the indie shows and everything that we've been to, like, that is something that you do out of respect. You introduce yourself to everyone in that locker room and you shake their fucking hand.
This might be a little off topic, but I can't believe this guy has a podcast because when he's doing commentary, I can only understand every 3 words the dude says.
Who?
Booker T.
Booker T.
Oh. I like RN's version of Booker T. When he does his Booker T voice, dude, that is fucking primo.
RN fucking hates the guy too, and he hates him
He hates Booker T so fucking bad.
so bad. I mean, I get it. Like, I mean, I like the way RN articulates it to me, which I'll let RN do it. But the way he articulates it, I can't argue with the guy. You know what I mean?
No.
But who, man, listen, you guys, we're a bunch of grown adults talking about like somebody might have an attitude problem backstage for a company that we don't work at.
Right.
Like it's just hot noise. I mean, at the end of the day, the guy's done very well for himself. He's endeared himself to a large part of the WWE audience. He's got a bunch of momentum, you know what I mean? And he's probably going to be the guy to rightfully take that belt off of Logan Paul at WrestleMania and get one of the biggest receptions.
Like,
No. That's as, that match is as close as he's getting to that title. But no, I mean, LA Knight, he's you can't. It's like this, and you guys are experiencing this because you're obviously becoming more popular. It's just as you grow and as you get momentum and people behind you, you also attract the eyes of the people that want to hate on you and pull you back down and tell you you're not as good. You know what I mean? I think if people are talking shit about you, that's a fortunate thing because that's just signs that you're doing well enough to garnish attention from other people. So, I mean, in an odd way, I look at that as a compliment to LA Knight's success in WWE. If he has Booker T saying that he might have attitude problems backstage.
Shit, let the haters hate.
Yeah. I was always told in the kitchen, the moment you start getting haters, that means you know you're doing something right.
Yeah. Moving forward, WrestleNomics Brandon Thurston said he's confident AEW is not currently profitable. They need to make $200 million a year in media rights to get profitability. AEW's current deal with WBD is estimated at 50 to 70 million per year.
So that means they got to make $100 million on pay-per-views.
More than that, like 150.
150 million on pay-per-views.
Mm-hmm.
How many people? Let me do some math. Y'all talk amongst yourselves real quick.
At the end, I understand that like the company's not profitable yet, but I have to look back at it this way. This man, yes, his daddy's got a lot of money, but this man alone is a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
This is just fun to him. Like he doesn't give a shit if it's profitable. I think.
I mean, but it kind of has to be profitable in order for you to get TV deals and to get talent, and you know what I mean. Like you kind of have to worry about it.
In the long run, you have to be profitable and show like. But I think a lot of what attracts the talent is the open contracts they have with. Hey, you want to wrestle here?
Mm-hmm.
Or you want to wrestle there? You want like John Moxley. Before he wrestles at Full Gear, is wrestling for Wrestling Revolver in Iowa.
Yeah.
But he's not even making his comeback from injury at AEW. So, like, I think that's what the lot of these younger talents going, wait, I can still go out here and have fun?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No, I think that's important.
But like Will has said, no matter, like, yeah, it's cool to wrestle in front of a big crowd, but you're getting, like, some of these talents are getting squashed every night.
Did you finish your math?
If AEW wants to be profitable and, you know, they have to make that $150 million a year on top of their media rights, they would have to sell 3 million pay-per-views to hit that mark. They average about between 50 and 60,000 a pay-per-view. Their biggest was 80,000. So you would think that would be 30 pay-per-views a year.
Yeah.
And they do 6 plus network specials. So it's a little bit of a stretch.
Yeah.
Dad says a job's supposed to be fun. Wait, I'm confused. You work in retail, my friend, and I love you for it. But you did that to yourself, and I support you.
Your job will never be fun.
Yeah, I support you. but you did it to yourself.
Dave Meltzer thinks there's a chance that SmackDown is moved off Fridays on its new TV deal, with TKO considering a package idea of running WWE pay-per-views on Friday nights and UFC pay-per-views on Saturday nights at the same site on a given weekend.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world, man. You got Monday, Tuesday, Thursday for your weekly shows, and then you don't, because this is the problem that Tony Khan's running into with him running pay-per-views on Saturdays and also having a weekly show on Saturdays, being Collision. We're already hearing reports that Collision was there's a pay-per-view scheduled in December that Collision, I think, has to be just skipped that week. Like, they're just not having the show. You know what I mean? And if you want to bring, like, you don't want to compete with yourself. And granted, UFC and WWE aren't the same exact product, but there's a lot of crossover fans like myself. I watched both products. By the way, last night's UFC 295 was fucking phenomenal. If you ever want to be a fan of, if you want to watch MMA, dude, that was the card to watch. But
did anybody grab someone by the dick and twist it?
Not on camera.
No.
Okay,
The last match when they called it was bullshit.
Seemed like it, but Jiri went on stream and said he was out. He said it was a good call by the ref. So, I mean, that trumps any of our opinions right away, because I agreed with you, Tommy. But yeah, man,
it's awesome.
That makes all the sense in the world, not having any of your shows overlap with each other. Like, I mean, that's a hard one to argue. I feel like that's the more, out of everything we talked about tonight with shows moving networks and nights, I feel like that one's the most plausible.
Yeah. Meltzer also mentioned that Gunther versus Miz for the Intercontinental Championship was always WWE's plan for Survivor Series. Even though Miz and Ivar were both supposed to score simultaneous pins in the number one contenders match on this week's Raw, the original plan called for Miz to beat Ivar next week on Raw to earn the title match. Ivar's decision to moonsault Miz after this week's botched finish was an impromptu thing to give a reason for their match next week.
That's your boy, Kai. What you think about The Miz?
I fucking love The Miz. That's like the greatest wrestler of all time, y'all.
But is he awesome though?
It is. It's fucking awesome, dude.
I'm
You want to
happy-
prove?
I'm happy to see them like using him other than like just putting him like out there with his bullshit talk show.
I feel like, yeah, I feel like they just want him like as like the legacy wrestler though. Like I feel like that's why like they're like, okay, Miz, we're gonna give you bullshit month after month, but in exchange, every now and then we're gonna give you some fucking fantastic stuff to work with.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's cool because the Miz at this point, he can be really endearing. I think most people can see that he can be very endearing, given the right story and stuff. I'm stoked, man. He ain't winning, but it's cool, man. It's cool though.
It's cool to see, man.
Yeah, just happy for my dude. All right.
According to WrestleVote on the women's War Game match at Survivor Series, it's listed as Io Sky, Bailey, Kyrie, and Asuka versus Bianca, Charlotte, and Shotzi with a fourth member to be named later. There's rumors that it may be Becky. There's, this could be a space for Jade, but I don't particularly see Jade being a babyface.
I don't see Jade debuting her first match as a War Games match.
No.
Not in a long shot.
Liv is still out with her shoulder. She doesn't have a checkup until I believe it is next week, I was reading. So I don't think Liv is going to be a possibility for War Games.
Okay, call me crazy.
Crazy.
Figuratively speaking, Dakota Kai gets cleared from her injury, stays with the team of Io Sky and all them, but Bailey gets kicked out and then joins the other team.
There's no way they would let her though. Like if that would be like, oh, remember all the shitty things you did to us? Like, well, we forgive it now that your people turned on you. Like, I mean, it's WWE. They might do it, but
I mean,
Yeah,
the only
come on.
issue I
Yeah.
have with them kicking Bailey out of damage control, I love that we can always take things back to like things that are incest. But like, just because they all look alike doesn't mean that they should be in a faction together.
Agreed.
I don't know. My simple mind is happy that you just keep everybody in the categories. No, I'm just playing with you. I'm sorry. I'm
Were
just
they
I'm
not?
just fucking with you.
And
I mean, Io and no, Asuka and Kyrie, obviously.
They all have history together,
Yeah.
you know. But I'm just saying, like,
Weren't they in like the
it's-
Black Lotus or something like that in Lucha Underground or something? Am I remembering this
Backtrack.
correctly?
Yep, Scout says yes, they were.
Yeah. They had a really famous match against Penta, and he was like breaking all those chicks' arms. Like he was just like smashing them one after another. Yeah.
no, I know they've been in factions together before, and like they have history and yada yada yada. But again, like those factions were created because everybody looks the same doesn't necessarily mean they need to be a faction together. I'm just saying. But they're amazing together, and I love them, and like I think they're a great team, with or without Bailey. But I'd be interested to see who is that fourth person for Team Charlotte Bianca. Maybe Mia
Mia Yim,
Yim,
Dude, she's still employed.
Candice LeRae.
Candace. Is Candace her?
No, she just wrestled.
Indy
Indy
would be
Hartwell.
a choice.
Indy.
Indy Hartwell. She's done a War Games as well.
But none of these ladies are on SmackDown.
But brand splits aren't real.
I mean, is there anybody left on the women's SmackDown roster that's a face?
Oh, Xia Li.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
But,
but she's a heel.
They're talking about moving her back to NXT anyways.
But
isn't she-
also Zelina.
Zelina would be a good pick.
By the way, Zelina deserves an Emmy for her fucking performance in the in that LWO segment with Santos and crying like while Santos and Ray were fighting and shit. Oh my god, dude, she was the heart and soul of that whole damn segment.
Agreed.
Yeah,
That was
man.
a good segment. Yeah.
God damn.
Let's see. They may be adding Drew McIntyre to the Judgment Day team. Just like I said, I think what I said is I think that they will, because both teams need another member. I think that they're going to have a little fighty fight over who gets Drew McIntyre. What do y'all
So this is what I've seen. I've been reading. Me and Jax talked about it the other day. From what I heard, Drew McIntyre will join Judgment Day for War Games, and we will get a Randy Orton return.
We'll see.
I heard that he was coming back and they were making it a quick return for War Games so they could shut everybody up about CM Punk coming back. Which is why I know Kai's going to be eating that chip come the Raw after Mania.
Well, I don't see CM Punk coming back at Survivor Series, you know. But if I don't see him at Royal Rumble, I'm gonna start sweating.
The preset. We'll see. Here's how I want Randy to come back, but here's how I feel about it. Like, Randy will come back when Randy comes back. Like, I'm tired of the rumors. Like, every fucking pay-per-view. Randy's coming back! The Raw after a pay-per-view. Randy's coming back! No, Randy. Like, Randy will be back when Randy will be back.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I'm not, like, gonna get excited or like, yeah, we're gonna see Randy, and they just keep getting disappointed. So.
You know, this might be a very niche, funny thing, but what I would find funny is does anybody here like South Park?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you guys remember whenever they canceled like Mr. Hanky?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really think it'd be hilarious if like Randy Orton came back and he starts asking everybody where like fucking Riddle is. Yeah, that's just me. And he starts freaking out when he realizes that like he got fired.
So
And then yeah, and then that he was like essentially canceled from
So
WWE.
going off of what Scals just said, Randy comes back the Raw before Survivor Series. What the hell do they do with it?
Add them to War Games, Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know that, but
who took him out again? By the way, was it was Judgment Day, right?
no, it's a bloodline.
It was the Bloodline. Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I don't know where he would fit in.
I don't know what you would do with him. Put him in the War Games. That'd be the only pick I would have.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here trying to like figure out like who the last female could be for the War Games match on WWE's roster page. Have you seen the picture of fucking Jade Cargill? Like that they have? Dude, they've got like a 3x4 of her sitting in a black throne just in the midst of all of these superstar pictures. This is, oh my God, they really, really are making her into a huge star. Oh, Maxine Dupree. There you go. There's your War Games member.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Shoosh.
Alpha Academy. Now you got anything left?
I have just a few little things left. Prior to Friday Night SmackDown, BWE said that WWE's plans for Karrion Kross have once again been postponed. His story was planned after SummerSlam, then postponed for Crown Jewel, and now postponed again. They don't have any further info. I mean, do y'all miss Karrion Kross? Do we care?
I like his Jesse Ventura impressions that he does.
Yeah.
But that's
Yeah.
that's about it, man. It's weird. He's a weird character, man. How do you have a guy that looks like him married to his wife as this package deal, and you can do fucking nothing with them to get people excited about him? Like, it's just on paper, they look like they would be a very dynamic duo that would be heavily featured, yet WWE has not been able to garnish like any interest in them whatsoever. It's the weirdest damn thing.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think they just, maybe if he shaves his head again, people will remember who he is. Maybe they just don't recognize him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's weird. It's so weird. I feel like it has something to do with like, are they supernatural or are they not supernatural? Like I don't know. Like I feel like their characters and what they're capable of is kind of muddied.
Ooh, you know who I'm scrolling this. You know who we haven't seen in ages?
Who?
Omos.
You know why?
He's
Why?
gone. He's
'Cause
done.
Vince isn't here anymore.
Yeah, he's fucking done, dude.
And Omos was a Vince thing. Vince loves giants. That's good shit.
You want to hear a hot take? Statman Singh is a much more entertaining wrestler than Omos ever was.
That's not a hot take. That's the truth.
Dirt Sheet Dan says, fuck Omos.
Poor guy. No, there's no offense to Omos, but like you fucking did nothing for
Who the
anybody.
fuck is Stevie Turner?
I don't know.
Like, there's people on this thing that I have like no fucking idea who they are.
Maybe they're like PC people that haven't got called up to NXT yet.
Maybe.
True.
I don't know. Let's see. Samoa Joe relinquished his TV title and says he's going after MJF. Again. Right? No, he went after Punk.
No, he's going after MJF again. They've had a match.
Right, no, I'm saying I thought he already like went after this type. Well, I thought he already went after MJF, and I said no, he went after Punk.
Yeah, he had that match with MJF, but the story is that like he's gonna make himself have to team with MJF in exchange to get another title shot.
Yeah.
When MJF defends those Ring of Honor titles, tag titles and stuff.
I did not know that a Ring of Honor talent could cash in his title for AEW title shot. I didn't know that was a thing.
Well, here's the thing, though. Joe is technically an AEW talent, so he shouldn't have had that Ring of Honor title to be.
Well, the
So-
fact is, you can't, like, Silas Mason is the national heavyweight title in the National Wrestling Alliance. If Silas Mason wanted to use option C to cash in the national heavyweight title for a heavyweight title opportunity, it's for the title in his company. He can't cash in his title and decide he wants to go after the Impact TNA World title. I know they're owned by the same company, but they are different entities. You can't cash in your TV title for Ring of Honor to go after the AEW title, international title, TNT title, Ring of Honor World title, Ring of Honor TV title. Like, there's a little bit of a hierarchy here, Joe.
But he's Samoa fucking Joe. All right. Like,
That-
yeah, you know what I mean? It's like another guy's going to be like,
Fair.
Samoa Joe, I'm next in line. And he's going to be like, are you? And he's going to be like, no, sir. And then Joe just steps right in front of him.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind seeing Jay White win, getting Joe versus Jay White.
That'd be pretty badass.
That'd be a good match.
Kiss me on the mouth and talk dirty.
Al?
Jesus Christ.
My last thing is that we will not see Brock Lesnar until the Royal Rumble. I would like to not see him even at the Royal Rumble.
Oh,
I think
That's not
getting him
nice.
at the Rumble is going to be awesome.
yes!
There's going to be such a cool pop. I'm going to pop.
Are
When
we
you hear
back
that
in
music
this-
hit, oh, hell yeah.
Dude, when you heard it hit last year, the place erupted.
Yeah.
When fucking he came out in Jacksonville and attacked
Dude,
Cody.
I thought they were going to blow the lid off the place because he wasn't scheduled to be there. Brock's money.
Agreed.
Dude,
One of the biggest draws of the company.
he ran out like in front of
ninja.
us. Like no one ever seen him.
Like
Hell
ninja.
yeah.
Dude, I'm so grateful that we got to see live him drive out that fucking tractor.
Lifting the
And
ring with the tractor.
Lifting the ring at
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam.
Dude, that was so cool to be there
Yeah,
live
man.
for that. Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Were you over there for that?
Yeah, we were. That was in Nashville, man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, man.
He was in Nashville, bro.
Dude, it was dope.
Does that mean we're at Ryback?
Yes.
Yeah!
You have my thing.
I can. Give me a second. Let me get it sent over to my computer. I'll have it
Okay,
over
look,
in just a second.
so it's not very often that I am actually impressed by something that Ryback did. But he actually said something smart this week. I know,
Y'all
guys.
hear that? Write that down.
I know. Ryback said something smart. I'm gonna read
November 12th of 2023. Allison said Ryback said something
Listen,
smart.
I'm gonna read some stupid shit that he said.
Hey,
too.
did Ryback ever really do anything wrong? Like, I feel like he's turning into like the Nickelback of pro wrestling.
He kind of is a
It's
Nickelback
just kind of like,
So, Kai, this is a new segment I started on the show. So every week I do a Ryback tinfoil hat moment of the week because dude is fucking crazy.
yeah.
And it's just funny. And so this week he made a TikTok about is pro wrestling real or fake? And he actually had like one of the smartest answers that I have ever heard. And like this is not me being like sarcastic, like legitimately, like his answer was really good. Are we ready to play it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's do it, man.
Kyle, it's a minute and 10 seconds. I know you just said you got to get ready to bounce in a second. Do you have a minute and 10 seconds to give us before you plug and go home?
Yeah, man. I'm totally on board for this Ryback segment, man. You guys got me hook, line, and sinker, man. Let's go.
All right, here we go.
Yo, I'm the
That's
big
not
guy.
it.
Right back. This is why CM Punk
No.
is cool.
No, that's the punk one.
Send it to me on Discord real quick, then,
Okay.
please.
Well, in other news.
I'm so
Yeah.
glad you said the Nickelback instead of the Creed because we may have been fighting.
Like, send
The
it.
Creed.
The
No,
Insta
yeah, but
Radio.
Creed's not a meme. Yeah, Creed's
Yeah, Creed's not a meme.
looked at in a favorable light, I believe.
They didn't just help a baseball team win the World Series, so.
I mean, there's somebody behind you. It's a ghost.
Tommy, not to alert you, but there's a guy behind you.
I love how like Tommy's always got naked people in the background, like, but you never know if they're gonna be like chicks or dudes.
I
That's
work
his
in a
thing.
strip club, bro. You never know.
You never know.
You just never know what's
You
going to
never
pop
know.
up.
Strip clubs.
I accidentally left.
Did you send it?
Yes, I did.
I accidentally left a screen going one night when I had to go do something at the club. The guys are like, "Whoa, hey!"
Do over.
Hell yeah, man. That was me. I pointed that shit out. I was like, yo, we're getting a show right now. Allison freaked out. She took you off the stream.
Thing ever. Is pro wrestling real or fake? And the answer is the combination of both. See, pro wrestling is physical acting. It's the hardest thing in the world. But when done right, it is a very beautiful thing. The finishes are predetermined. So the winners know they're going to win before they go out there, and the
Can you guys
losers
hear it
know
okay?
they're going to lose before they go out to the ring. Majority of the stunts and action you see on TV and pay-per-view each and every week and month are heavily choreographed and worked out prior to it actually happening. Now, there's many elements of pro wrestling that are very real. The training that goes into it, the actual conditioning and athletic ability you need are very, very real. The injuries that the men and women who do this suffer are very, very real. I know this all too well myself. Pro wrestling is unlike anything else because it can really take reality and fiction, blur the lines for the audience, unlike anything else in the world. One thing the audience really needs to understand, though, is that the winners aren't really winners and the losers really aren't losers. They're actors, just fulfilling their obligations as the role that they know beforehand that they're going to go out and execute. And at the end of the day, it's not really real and it's not really fake. It is what it is, and it is professional wrestling. And the men and women who do this are unlike anybody else in the world. And it takes a very, very special human being to be able to go out and do it well. Let me know what you think.
Who the fuck is his audience? like who was that for? I mean that was very honest.
Yeah.
But we all agree that the majority of people that probably ingest Ryback's content are wrestling fans. So is he just telling us? Like who was that person that was like on the fence that's like, dude, I don't really know about that pro wrestling. Like who was he informing?
He actually has a really big TikTok following, and like people that don't watch wrestling follow him because he does these like dual things on TikTok with other content creators. So he does get views from people that don't know anything about pro wrestling.
Like who's his audience then? That's like I'm being genuine. Like who's his non-wrestling? Is it bodybuilders? Is it?
I couldn't even begin to tell you.
Is he like the
nutritionists and like
He does have a
trap-
nutrition
thirst
company,
trap.
which is viable because I have a friend in the business
okay?
who uses his nutrition stuff as a physical trainer, like he's part of Ryback's brand. So I know his nutrition stuff is legit.
All right, maybe that's what it is. Okay, I was like, because the last I know, the only people that know about Ryback would be like wrestling
Yeah.
fans. Hell, wrestling fans from like a decade ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Now I'm going to read some of the stupid.
Yeah, Katie, it does sound like the "do not try this at home" fucking WWE like segments.
So 3 stupid things that he said this week. So we all know that Ryback is in a battle with Elon Musk because he feels like that the WWE is suppressing his tweets and he's not getting seen enough that he should, because Vince has apparently Elon Musk in his pocket. This was yesterday. 444,000 subscribers on YouTube for Ryback TV. Thank you. Now, if YouTube would start letting my content be seen like it used to be, that would be fantastic. So now he's added YouTube to the other companies that are suppressing his content. This is from a few days ago about homeless people. We've given food to the homeless forever, understandably slow. And the problem only gets worse. We have a mindset problem in this world and must implement positive thinking into the minds of every youth to reduce this problem in the future. So, Timmy, if you're homeless because of X, Y, and Z, just have a positive attitude and you'll get food. Like, shut the fuck up. Like that doesn't work.
I was homeless, and it was my positive mindset was how I came over it. I can relate to that huge.
Oh,
Like, not to bring like the mood down or nothing, but like people who get trapped in that spiral, turn to like drugs and shit like that, and because you're depressed and you take things that make you more depressed. I went out and I was determined I was going to find work, and I hit the streets every day for like 3 months while offering to do yard work for like foods and showers. And that's how I got off the streets. Was I stayed positive and I knew things were going to turn around for me. Like, I mean, like, this don't mean to bring it down, but there is like a little bit of truth to that. Like, your mindset really can determine your outcome in life.
see, look, Ryback isn't so dumb this way.
He's not, man. Like, granted, you oversimplify it. Like, fucking, you know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but yeah,
Yeah.
I think homelessness is a lot more like mental health and drug related than people like, there's some people just down on their luck, but
Right.
yeah.
And he's also retweeting Elon Musk every day about fixing his. What about fix? Because Elon Musk said that they've improved Twitter's customer service. What about fixing my account of 7.5 years of corrupt restriction and oppression? Let's see if he said anything stupid today. I hadn't actually looked at it today. Oh, here we go. Due to Elon and Linda X keeping my account suppressed here and refusing to fix the 7.5 year wrongful restriction / suppression, I'm moving the Ryback Show off X Spaces and hosting on TikTok. The big guy Ryback 22. You can call in and chat live there moving forward. So he's here's the thing. No one really watches or listens to fucking Twitter Spaces. Like, it is literally a failed fucking concept like Periscope. Do y'all remember Periscope?
Yeah. I used it for all of like 20 seconds. Yeah, that junk did not work.
Yeah. So, there you go. Also, happy birthday to the big guy. He celebrated his birthday this week.
I wanna call him the show.
Anyone that has live capabilities can go live with Ryback. He will literally accept anyone to go live with him, except for Will Gray.
I'm about to say y'all should go live with him, man.
He will not accept Will to go live with him because he knows who Will is, and he knows that he has him blocked. I'm pretty sure, and he has said this before. He literally keeps a list of all the people he has blocked.
Oh.
This
That's
just
fair.
in. When y'all come down next month, we're calling Ryback.
I'll use Bo's account to go live with
I was about to
Ryback.
say, yeah. Will just super kicks him out of frame. Pow!
I like listening to his weird TikToks because, like, Allison's got me hooked to listen to. That's I
They're
see you on his
hilarious.
TikTok all the time.
If you do not follow Ryback on TikTok, you definitely should because it is fucking hysterical.
Dude, I'm gonna. I now need my weekly Ryback content. Thank you, Allison.
You're welcome.
I'm just here for the hey guys, the big guy Ryback, and every
The big guy, Ryback. Feed me more.
His eyes look so relaxed in all of his life. Like he doesn't even like look like he's trying to make an expression. This is the weirdest thing.
All right, Kai,
I'm out.
you want to plug yourself real quick?
Yeah, man. Just come hang out on Smacked Raw on Twitch, twitch.tv/SmackedRaw. It's a lot of fun. Me and RN will do a show on Tuesdays, 9:30. Hopefully you guys will hang out. Tommy and Ginger Ninja get you guys on the show too. We'll talk about stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you, man. Will, thank you. That was always fun, you guys.
Thank you, Kyle.
Bye,
All right.
Kyle.
All right,
We
Will.
like Kyle here.
You do. You guys make me blush. Stop it. All right.
Bye. Tommy, plug yourself.
Hola, mi amo es Tommy. Find me on Twitter at find me on Instagram at I'm not Tommy 1422. I do Saturday nights on the Wolfpack for boyfriend time with Self Bet and this guy below me, the Ginger Ninja. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
Jax.
Oh, is it my turn?
Mm-hmm.
You can find me here every Sunday nights for Bot Spots and Chair Shots. Also here on Rivet City Radio for Nerdy News at 420. Wednesday nights on the Wrestle Talk Wolfpack for Wrestle Talk Wolfpack and Boyfriend Time on Saturday nights. But I'll be here tomorrow night or on Off the Top tomorrow night for Sorry for the Interruption.
Al?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at justagirl918. We're bringing back trivia on Thursday. Between the subathon and me being out of town for work things, someone has to have a real job in the group of everyone.
Shots fired.
At you at all? No, I'm just kidding. Listen, I like my job. I'm just kidding. Yeah. So if you would like to play trivia, slide in my DMs, slide in Will's DMs tomorrow. Well, I guess they pre-record the thingy tomorrow.
What thing is tomorrow?
So the trivia thing I'm doing tomorrow.
They'll pre-record it. Yeah.
Oh, Katie Kenzie Baby, and I are going to be on Wallop Media for trivia. I don't know when that airs, but we're doing that tomorrow. There's a third person. I don't know who it is, but yeah. When that drops, I'll share the link. You can listen to Katie and I play trivia. This will only be the second show I've ever done outside of Botch Spots and Chair Shots. Is it November? Oh, it's airing November 24th. Thank you, Katie. I'm glad one of us pays attention. But yeah, I don't generally do shows outside of Botch Spots. The only other show I've ever done outside of Botch Spots is Kate's show.
Is that it?
I know, Dad Hat. I stood you up twice. I promise I'll be on WCW. I gotta have time to watch the things. I promise. Soon.
Ready, Bo?
Oh, he's going to do the thing.
I've got a second. You guys can get ready. As always, no free shout-outs, but make sure you go follow all my friends. Follow Kai Tai at the Smacked Raw. Follow MATTRIDDER, Matt Raw at Matt Ritter at Smacking It Raw. Make sure you follow Creation World. Make sure you follow Off the Top Media. Make sure you follow Wrestling with the Truth and Ted the Hillbilly Hill. Follow all my friends. If you want to join the Discord or check out our Angry Lemonade merch shop, click the links in the description. Both of those are down south there. You can find all of them. Super important to remember if you have Amazon Prime or Prime Gaming subscription, use it here. Use it with the Wolfpack. Use it with Creation World or SmackDraw. Give it to somebody as long as Jeff Bezos doesn't get it. He has too much money. But other than that, guys, I'm going to do the thing.
The thing.
Guys,
Do the thing. Do the thing.
For the class? Anything?
Fuck
No.
the
Just
thing.
do the thing.
Well, now as we close another episode of Botch Spots and Chair Shots, so take a minute. Thank you for listening. Reminds you to go wherever you do anything on the internet, like, follow, subscribe, unsubscribe, then subscribe again. Leave a comment telling me that Tommy wants to go to Florida or that he comes here to listen to Katie speak Spanish. Either way, it helps the algorithm. It helps find new listeners. If you're feeling really generous to be one of the VIP people, head over to patreon.com and donate to the Rivet City Radio Podcast Network. You get some fantastic swag. We get some fantastic guests. It's a win-win for everybody's favorite strip club DJ, DJ Tommy, for everybody's favorite Ginger Ninja Jaxpo, for everybody's favorite Boss Bitch Al, and I am just the Will Gray. Thanks for stopping by and listening, my people.
Ta-ta.